When David Kerfman, a Mount Sterling resident and Donald Trump advocate, heard that Trump supporters were headed to the nation's capital to demand justice on behalf of the president, he jumped at the chance. Kerfman says he spent days preparing for his trip to the nation's capital.
I went with a group from Southern Illinois with over 100 people, and we had a great time.
Kerfman says he made it to the rally around 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, and he and countless others waited for the president to come out and speak to the masses.
Speakers started coming out around maybe 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. Trump didn't actually get there till about 1 o'clock.
Kerfman describes the speech from President Trump as inspirational and calming. But as President Trump delivered his speech, attendees received word that the Republican Party and Vice President Mike Pence were not backing Trump's actions, which did not sit well with attendees and President Trump.
He asked us to go down to Congress and let them know how we feel, basically.
Kerfman describes what was to happen at the Capitol building as completely unexpected.
We didn't expect anything like that. We expected to see just like a regular protest type deal outside somewhere, so they could hear us.
Kerfman says rally goers marched down to the Capitol building singing and chanting. But outside of the rally, he says, were large crowds waiting to join in on their efforts as they marched towards the Capitol building.
We got down there. We didn't see like an area set aside for people to like stand and protest like out in front of the whole building.
Kerfman says when he arrived, the Capitol building wasn't even blocked off.
We were let right into the inauguration area. There was no barricades up.
He says,
in fact, the police opened them up for real. We saw them.
With so much free space, Kerfman says he saw thousands of people walk right past the barricades.
Thousands of people just poured in there and, walk right up to the darn door.
And Kerfman says that's when things escalated.
All of a sudden, you can imagine, things went from this to that. People came in with bullhorns, and we started hearing Mike Pence is a traitor while Trump was talking to us.
Kerfman says, to his knowledge, no Trump supporters partook in the chaos. But still, he could not believe his eyes.
And then the next thing you know, there's people climbing up on the scaffolding and like monkeys, and they were going everywhere. Gas was starting to get shot.
Kerfman says you could feel the ground shaking, so once he saw what was being done, he left the scene, saying to himself, this was not what was supposed to take place.
They just said somebody broke in, let's get out of here.
Now, Kerfman says he feels incredibly bad about all of the damage done to the nation's capital, and he fully supports any legal actions that need to take place. In studio, Kendall Hyde, KHQA News.